Hello, all you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Starlight New Dawn Scar, Chapter 3, Episode 17, Transfer of Responsibility. This is one of our Pokemon Tabletop RPG campaigns run using our custom Scar system, or stories and creatures in alternate realities. We shall begin as usual with introductions, beginning with Taldarius.
Hello, I am Tildarius, and I will be the storyteller for Starlight New Dawn tonight. I'll be playing the allies, I'll be playing the enemies, and I'll be playing everything in between. The only thing that I won't be playing are our wonderful player characters tonight, and my question for you is, should your character come into a large fortune, what is the first thing that your character would buy with it? Wearny, that's you.
Oops. Hi, I'm Wearnable, and I'm playing as Amos, the growlithe. And they are a fire-type Pokemon, a very floofy gremlin. And, I think Amos would probably be like, you know what, I want to have my own base somewhere. I want to buy my own fucking apartment or house or something. And yeah, that would probably be what he wants to do. He's been, having to move around all the time. He just wants like an actual home for himself. And to stash all his stolen goods.
You mean strategically transported equipment to an alternate location?
Yes, exactly.
Next up, Azareth.
Greetings all, I am Arzadeyu, and I play Azareth, the off-color jangmo-o, who's just a dragon type. As for the question, maybe a stage to dance on, maybe something spirit related. Sometimes it's hard. Maybe both. No, he'll buy both. At the same time. You can't stop him, can you? Maybe?
So a spirit dancing stage.
Yeah! Wait. Yeah!
I like how you put a pause on it and then continued.
Those totally exist in a magical world of magical creatures, of magical realities. Magic!
Dart.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sid, and I play Dart the Steel Ground Rockruff, and honestly, that's a very good question. I feel like Dart would probably try to save most of it, but I think right now he's probably more focused on getting some lessons to get him caught up to speed. He's still learning a little bit about himself, so kind of anything to accelerate that process.
So a tutoring service.
Like, yes, can you make me strong, please? I want to know everything. A little bit of everything all the time.
Alright, I am Razim, and I am playing as Jet, the Ghost Electric type Rockruff. As for him, he would get a emergency bomb shelter with teleportation service to be able to access it from anywhere. Hydroponics in there, good means of recycling water. The whole, the doomsday bunker, the whole shebang for it. Gotta keep his friends safe. And there's been lots of situations where that would have been useful.
I mean, for the world we've experienced so far, a doomsday bunker would not be something completely unexpected to want.
Yep. Next up would be you, Colada.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Zoned off for a second. I am Colada the Jerboa. I play Sin, the normal steel mawile variant. I think that we all know some of the stuff Sin would get. You know, accessory and jewelry making tools. Probably would want to get a space specifically from, making stuff. But also would probably get someone else to either make or teach him to make armor, so that when he goes into battle, he is more protected, because he is supposed to be a tank.
All right, and last but not least, Abby.
Hello, my name's Avian Wolf. You can call me Avi, and I play as Vector, the water-flying rockruff. Definitely Vector would like to get some nice shiny equipment if he was able to get a good amount of fortune, but he doesn't want to have too much. He doesn't really. He's just enough. Maybe get a good place to stay. Get enough to get equipment and maybe build some stuff with it. But I don't know. Just probably Vector would probably want to just spend maybe a little bit of that money to help the just maybe help folks as well and see what what they can be used for as well. So, but definitely shiny equipment would be nice.
Some nice and shiny, very reflective.
The shiniest goggles. the highest quality of goggles.
Let's stand for the record that Vector was the only one to say, "Hey, maybe we can help someone." Like, I think this just locks in Vector as the most wholesome being on the team.
Help, you gotta support the local economy.
Speaking of supporting the local economy, just because this is really funny and I want to tell you guys this, Shade would try and buy the local guild hall just to make them move.
Oh my gosh.
Therapy, right?
Make the move?
Yeah, just to inconvenience them and make them build a different guild hall.
Or why move it when you could maybe renovate it and improve it?
Oh no, he would, but to make the guild have to get a new area in the city. Just because.
All right, and any volunteers for the recap tonight?
It's been a while, so I will have to hopefully have to trust my notes on this one.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
Yeah. All right.
Where's your inner motivational shade?
Yeah. All right. Last time on Starlight New Dawn. Oh yeah. So essentially, the group finally finished their pies. They're very delicious, locally made pies. And pretty much, first of all, it was Vector. So essentially, after finishing the pies, Vector and Sin decided to go out and look for the chair of finance. We were essentially Sin and Vector were looking around, asking the local vendors, asking possibly where they were located after the merchant was very kind enough to tell us. We actually found some new merchants making their way down to the merchants themselves, and it turns out they were in Furry and with their group as well, and their name was Marcus. They were kind enough to us to follow them down their way to the office. While that was happening as well, Amos and Jet were actually looking for a gym, and they were looking for more training. And they encountered a Harimama that was there to help them train, and they got very exhausted by carrying weights and straining themselves for a bit. Dart and Arthurus, they were actually asking Ron. They were actually to see if and started to make their way down to the guild. Ron was essentially at the guild and essentially was asking to see if there was any suggestions on what Dart can improve as well. And Ron suggests that Dart can be a better digger for the group based on their typing. And last where we left off there as well, we actually were able to find Synod Vector were successful in finding in their chair of finance, and apparently they unfortunately were dealing with customer service and dealing with all the complaints, but Doran was able to, which is the name of the president of the chair of finance, was able to explain and show Sin how to do jewelry crafting. And Vector was able to ask about if there were any robberies inbound, but it was only today, so apparently there may be no connection at all. But we shall see as the Starlight New Dawn team continues their investigation, and if not, they're very cute and hilarious shenanigans. Yes, that's it. Unless I'm missing anything else, please let me know.
Dart was pointed to go to one of the prospectors to learn more about their stuff. One of the mine prospectors.
Oh, okay, yeah, that I did not have, so I will add that. A vector or dart? Oh, sorry,
Dart.
right? Dart, yeah.
Dart. I think that was about it. Yeah.
Wild Argus has arrived.
All right, go ahead and do your intro. The question of the day is: should your character come into a large fortune, what would be the first thing you would buy with it?
Hi, my name's Aurum, and I play Argus, the scaredy cat, crafty, very single target tyrant, rock dragon type. And if Argus came into a fortune, at the current moment, crafting supplies. As you all know, he did spend his entire life savings on a toolkit.
On an aside, I still like how that one merchant was able to upsell Vector really easily.
I missed that, I think.
Oh, he casually upsold Vector to a sturdier pair of goggles, which isn't overall a bad thing, but he did upsell Vector.
I mean, the Vector didn't know. He just liked the goggles.
My merchant didn't have to upsell me. I just went straight for the most expensive.
True. They didn't have to do anything. In fact, they might have reconsidered selling to you if they actually knew that you were spending your life savings on this.
It's fine though.
Is it really?
Is it really?
Yeah. Because I can now forge. I can forge on the go.
Can you forge me a knife?
What do you got there?
I would like to have an F-22 stealth fighter.
I have 22 Raptor.
22 tractor. Send out the kid.
You get me blueprints, I can try.
It's like
As
a
you
little
get in-
tiny mini version of it.
You get a model
Apparently,
plane.
This is the dankest dungeon.
Alabaster Gleam wouldn't know what hit him.
Amos gets a Nerf gun or a stick.
43 cents. I'm not that cute, am I?
Yes, you are, Ren. Also, we have some... thank you for that tip. We have some fan art, by the way.
Oh boy.
Ooh, yippee.
Alrighty.
So, This is from a old episode involving Azareth and Jet.
Why?
Aww.
No, it's not. Oh, it's. Ah,
It is so derpy. I love it.
I hate it.
It is very cute.
Jet was just practicing his phasing, and Azareth was so kind in helping him out.
Oh, you're.
You were very kind, right? You don't have any ill
Azareth
will
does
for
not-
helping somebody out, right?
Azareth does not want to talk about it. Does not want to talk about it. At all. Neither do I. The art's good, but
And the other one isn't directly Starlight related, but Raijin decided to draw a Seda.
Aww.
It's a Seda.
Look at that bee.
It's the floofy woofy.
Ah. But I'll be right back.
okay. Good night.
Successfully broken Seda.
Broke Seda, the thing I was. Then Raijin broke me with the other art piece that we don't talk about and never exists. I don't know what you're talking about.
To be fair, if it makes you feel better, right? Rajin could always, immortalize the moment you accidentally asked out Jet.
No! Actually, no, I would actually prefer that one. I'm gonna be honest. I would prefer that one over. Suffering.
All right. So do we want to just get going, or do we want to wait for Seda to recover for a second?
I mean, I guess you can set the scene and stuff.
All right. So just to remind everyone, you all had pretty much split up with Sin and Vector, Jet and Amos, Dart and Azareth. Those were the three groups that you had split off into. And I forget where exactly. Oh, Argus was going to be going with Dart and Azareth, but Argus was you were missing.
Yeah,
those.
I was going to try to sneak into the forge to get some training before I was supposed to.
Ron was very easy to distract, so you'll probably. Considering when the other group went there, Dom was nowhere to be found there.
I have a chance.
You do, and since that probably should get taken care of, do you want to start with that?
Sure.
All right. So previously, Dart had mostly just asked Ron about typing and what he can do and things of that nature. Generally gave a couple different examples of thing, did a tiny bit of party tricks that he was very excited to be able to do. He is kind of a show off. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
And yeah.
Argus will go up to Ron with his new big heavy backpack and open it up. Teach me your ways. He's got his little mobile forge set in his backpack. The one that comes in the bag.
Yeah. He's gonna look down at it and then look look at you again and look down at it and go, I have a lot of ways. What ways do you want to be taught?
The ways I can do, the forge ways. The way you made the Metal Gear. I have a blueprint for it.
You do. You showed me the blueprint. You do, in fact, have a blueprint for it, yes.
It's the only thing I know how to make. Though I don't know how to make it yet.
Well, that can be kind of complicated because it has, a hole in the middle, so you need to be able to make a circle. And that's a little bit complicated for you. So, And he is still standing next to his desk. But he looks over towards his forge. And then back at his desk.
The forge is more fun. The forge is more fun.
All right. Would you mind making a persuasion roll for me?
Oh no,
With,
I have no persuasion.
However, with -2 difficulty. So you're looking for 5s or above.
Any expertise?
Any expertise? Seat. Okay, it's chaining. So that ends up being a 5.
The forge is more fun.
Yeah, that'll convince him. Just so everyone knows, that was literally a DC 1.
Oh, I
Now
love
that's
that.
comedy.
DC 1 saying the forge is more fun to Ron.
Gotta love Ron.
And
I love
Ron is gonna start trying to link over to the towards the forge.
And Argus is following behind, dragging his bag because he didn't put it back on his back yet.
He's just dragging it.
He's dragging his new bag of supplies. He needs to get stronger so he can carry it.
Yeah, the dragon is dragging on.
Yes.
All right. By the way, just to be clear, Dart and Azrith would still be here, I believe.
Well,
While
they
this
can
is
come
happening.
with me.
I mean, as it's just hanging out, there's not much else he can think of to do in here.
That's fine. I just want to let you know that you can interact should you wish to. With comments or asking things,
You could come learn with me. I have extra hammers.
All right, and Ron is going to quickly collect a handful of things, various bits of metal, scrap, and the like, and kind of just start teaching you some basics about forging. He's mostly going to start you out with how to properly tell when metal is heated, how to hit properly so that way you aren't just slamming a hammer into it, how to actually work the metal. And yeah, so you're the first thing that he's going to teach you how to do is how to make nails.
Oh my god. I could have nails and not have to buy more from the store.
Yeah, but this is actually a little bit more of a complicated process. It's just that this is what he's teaching you.
I approve. Argus is writing down notes in between the practice swings and the learning, and Argus is extremely excited. Even if it's just nails.
Yeah.
This is ammunition for the dart nail gun.
Yeah. So these aren't going to be like commercial, like, you know, the small little thin ones. Instead, it's going to be like the tapered square ones with like the big head.
The easier ones to make.
Yeah, like the really easy like starter ones. You're learning how to make those.
This is perfect. Now I just need to learn how to make wood, and I can make the house frame from scratch. Argus is going to be, learning to make them and trying his best to keep any that look good.
Yeah. Most of these at start are probably going to be
Bad.
kind of garbage, but hey, you know.
I'm learning.
Yeah, you're learning.
I'm learning.
You're learning. Yeah, so go ahead and make a craft roll with +3 dice from Ron's instruction.
Crap. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Ooh, that's a lot of dice. Ron gave me those 10s. Ron gave me those 10s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yep, that is indeed a 14.
Argus is learning very well. He is soaking up all of the knowledge like a sponge rock.
All right. Well, that was just for crafting it. For actually learning from this, that's going to be in academics.
Oh no.
And that's all on you, buddy.
Let us see. Argus, are you good at learning as you are at crafting? That's a 3.
A 3. All right, you think that you're definitely picking up some of this, but this is actually a surprisingly finicky process, actually. Like, not to make it like, you know, a wedge, but like to actually taper it down without it breaking or parts of it, all that. So, you know, you go ahead and you're able to make quite a few of them, actually, like a surprising amount. But you definitely think that this is going to be something that you're probably going to have to work on in order to consistently make any amount of usable nails still.
But I have my first thing.
You do. And from the various nails that you make, a grand total of 7 of them are salvageable.
Argus has 7 handmade nails.
Yes, these are these are big. They have the giant square head, but you could still use these for things. Yeah.
Argus is very, very pleased with himself as he is looking proudly up at Ron.
Yep, and Ron is going to carefully give you like 2 pats on the head with the same, like, you know, leg that you saw him work literal steel with.
I'm resistant to fire. It's fine.
No, he's not doing that. It's, you know, he's just lightly tapping you on the head with it.
I am happy. Argus is very happy. Ron is his new best friend. Whether Ron wants it or not.
R.I.P. Kazu's position.
The what?
I said R.I.P. Kazu's position.
Oh, no!
So easily forgotten.
Ow! hurt myself. Kasa's getting back at me with his psychic powers.
Oh, don't worry. The only psychic power he's actually able to use is neck snapping, so I mean...
Oh,
Definitely not
no.
doing that.
I am scared.
Alright, but yeah. After that, because you already kind of convinced him to go to the forge, he's going to, he's kind of going to start working on his own projects now, kind of just completely abandoning the front desk.
Well, Argus got some tutoring. He is happy.
You did.
This is a good day.
Alright, just a quick check. Do we have the Seda back yet? You may have you may have killed him, right?
Oh, no.
No. Heck these.
Seda?
Seda?
I think he's dead.
Obliterated.
I think you might have killed him, right?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Continuing on. As for all the groups, do you guys just want to meet back up again, or do you want to continue doing stuff? Piecemeal.
Sid, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to do as well? I mean, I'm pretty much set.
I think Sin would agree to that meeting up with the others is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I just realized. There's 7 of us, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Argus wants to meet up and hand every single person a handmade nail.
Also, don't worry, I'm alive. I'm alive.
Hey,
Yay!
we
Have a nail.
Hey.
Have a nail.
It is not a snack.
It's a spiritual connection.
Or
It's
a spiritual
handmade
snack.
item of friendship. Or a weapon. You can use it as a weapon.
Also, multiple party
Amos
members
likes
can
this
eat it as
idea.
a snack. All right. But yeah, so you guys just want to meet back up then?
Yeah. I'm good with that. Yeah.
Nothing else better to do, probably.
All right. In that case, let's just use the fountain as the meeting point, because you're just kind of using that as your meeting point already. So
It's a good meeting point.
Yeah.
Jet's just
It's-
dragging himself along to the ground of the fountain.
yeah, Jet and Amos kind of got to work out there.
I think I'm ready for nap time.
Already?
Yeah.
Argus is going to stick a nail in Jet's maw, like sideways, not so it's poking him, and in Amos's mouth. Here, I made these. You can have.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh. I seem like at this point, like everyone's at the fountain, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So Yeah, how's everyone so far? Like, how was everyone's thingamajiggy worked? Like, well, I guess you could say, like, my current investigation regarding to the robberies and well, let's just say that I can say that I don't think there's any connections from what we encountered and from I guess this is more or less a coincidence, I guess. So that's kind of a good thing. That's kind of a good thing. So it means that there might be nothing too large here happening, maybe. But Vector's like, oh, suddenly realizing he's overthinking. Like, no, doesn't mean we can't be but we still got to be on our toes here. So, but as of now, but that's kind of what our current finding is.
I learned how to make nails. Does that contribute in any way?
It's something. I mean, you get to learn. You learn how to make nails. That's awesome. Vector is very happy.
It is a thing of all time.
Yay!
I'm sorry. I don't know how to word it.
Well,
If I
crafting
stick
could
this
be used.
nail into a stick, I could hit people with it.
La bonk.
True.
Oh, yeah, what's up, Azareth?
I mean, for Arcus, I mean, crafting can be very helpful in situations.
Yeah. It will be one of many things you will learn.
I will learn all the things.
All the things.
All the things.
All the things. And you can just see like Vector and like imagine like Vector and Argus just like standing on top
We're
of the
doing
mountain.
that anime hype pose. Of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
fists
Yep.
up. All the things.
All the things.
Are you guys like yelling this like excitedly?
All the things.
All the things.
All right.
Amos puts a paw to his face.
Let me roll this real quick.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All the people.
Well, it's a. Well, I'm not gonna say one person, but it is one person with a couple other people. As you guys are being very loud, you all are going to see a very annoyed Shade walk up with what is obviously a couple of kids following him around.
Shade! I learned how to make nails, and now I'm gonna learn how to make all the things.
Why are you guys shouting in the town square?
Why do you have a fucking entourage with you of kids?
Are they yours?
He's gonna look at you like you have suddenly lost your brain.
Joke's on
Look
you.
at
I
him.
never had one.
Okay, Dart's gonna facepalm that one.
No.
Vector is confused.
Look, okay, long story short, they stole some food. I decided to prank them because, and he like motions towards how he looks. And then they decided they were going to help me and have been following me around trying to get me to eat food.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, you
you're supposed
really
to eat.
should be eating some food. I mean, you are kind of skin and bones, you know.
Counterpoint, no. As you see, one of the kids like kind of like reach, like they kind of like have been discussing something, and they are now going to present Just a normal apple, which Shade will refuse. And you hear one of them mumble say, "Dang, this one was a different shade of red. We thought maybe he would like it because it was more like his coloration."
Shade, what are you teaching these kids?
I have taught them nothing. I played a prank on them, and they have decided that I require assistance because I don't know. I haven't asked. I've been trying to get them to leave, and they keep managing to follow me.
You're not very good at hide and seek.
Well, I guess kids like you then, Shade. I don't know what to say.
I don't know how they keep finding me in crowds. I keep slipping into crowds, and then they follow me.
I mean, you're an atypical colored Zora, so I don't know. That kind
I
of
am
makes you
a
stand
normal
out.
colored Zora.
Aren't you the only one of your kind around here?
Yeah, but Edge had the same coloration as me. I mean, I know he's
To me, you
evolved,
look
but like,
slightly different.
I'm not slightly different. I just weigh less.
Oh yeah, you still do look like Never mind.
Maybe
Just-
he's
just-
just finding you because
just
your
fucking
tummy
eat
growl shows
something.
up.
Guys, it's not like he's a different shade or anything.
Maybe they're just following his tummy growls.
Amos glares at Dart.
I mean,
that
he's
stupid
a
pun.
shade of gray of some sort, but a healthy, eating healthy gives the body strength.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. The emaciated corpse look doesn't look so good on you, I would have to say.
I'm just, and one of the kids is now going to present a what appears to be a peach, which is also refused.
You should eat at least something.
Amos is gonna go over and grab the peach out of the kid's hand.
They're gonna look confused at you.
Amos is gonna eat the peach.
But that was for him. He does not look good.
I
and-
know, he won't eat.
Well, that's just peachy.
All right, you know what? The next person that says a pun gets thrown into the fountain there.
That seems like a harsh punishment.
I was
All
about to say that!
The Sin, please roll an athletics check or an acrobatics, whichever you would prefer.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Either way, this will be the same amount of die.
For the record, Shade is figuring this.
Yeah.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Versus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're getting launched directly into that fountain.
You just hear Sid give a little yelp, boop, and then a very loud thud as he just hits the bottom.
Everyone
Stand
else
up.
then has just now been yeeted into the fountain.
Sin is
You
just
beat me to the
standing up, kind of shaking himself off as he gets out, but slowly. Totally worth it.
To note, because you do have that woolly trait, you are wildly unsuccessful at, undrenching yourself.
Yep. Just looks like a drowned Sin. He's he's still trying to shake himself off, but he's that's gonna take a while to dry.
Shade is looking around like, I dare the next one to do that.
I don't know. Just wasn't too bad. Though now I'm a bit cold.
Okay, look, part of me, like, out of character is, like, deciding, like, do I want to, like, remain more true to character and stay serious in the situation, or do I want to, like, embrace the chaos?
Flip a coin.
But always flip a coin, yeah. You know, roll a dice, praise Ronald in general, you know.
I failed to catch the coin.
Oh,
Oh.
no, I guess nothing.
Oh, one thing I should note is that Shade did use part of a move to assist in throwing you, Sin. Like, you know, just a little bit of what looked like solid darkness came out of him, and he used that to like kind of grab you and throw you.
But yeah, Sin is going to like just plop himself down for a minute, just sit there, her, and just kind of go, worth it, but it's gonna take forever for me to dry off now.
Hey, Amos, do you want to burn someone?
Yeah.
Wait, maybe let's not burn our friends?
But it'll dry Sin out.
Sin is like looking at his fur, at Amos, at his fur, at Amos, as if he's sincerely considering letting it happen. Doing that little chin scratch. Well, if I'm soaked through, might not burn properly.
There's gonna step in and just be like, you know what, maybe we should dial this down a few notches. Before we make an entire ruckus, you know, at the fountain. More of a ruckus.
You would notice that like some of the like bystanders are like kind of chuckling at this because they're seeing a bunch of unevolved Pokemon mess around and one of them get thrown into a fountain. This is like this is pretty much peak childish shenanigans, and they're there for it.
Comedy gold.
Oh, Sid is going to like think of something and go back and look where he landed in the fountain. Does it look okay? It doesn't look damaged, does it?
No, because it is one of those fountains where it's like slightly deeper. It's not like it doesn't only have like a small layer of water. It does have an actual amount of water in it.
Okay, good.
So the water broke your fall.
Very good. Because that is 65 pounds of metal or metal weight just crashing down. So was worried for a second.
And also consider that an emaciated Zoroark successfully threw you.
Yep. That doesn't surprise Sim, not one bit.
They're both the same weight. How interesting.
Also-
Anyways, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, out of game, if Amos doesn't help Sin out, how could it be sincerely if Sin doesn't get seared?
I think I
So,
took that one
anyways,
damage from
thank
that
you
one.
everybody for joining us tonight.
Look, I can't do it in game. I had to do it out of game.
Look, I think we've just gone onto a Putteray train.
I think that's a success.
Sorry, I had to go catch your train. Don't worry about it.
but are the kids that were following Shade looking? How are they looking at after Shade just launched Sin?
Oh yeah, now they're like looking even more excited, going, but if we get him to eat something and look better, think about how strong he'll be then.
Sin is going to like look at them, look at Shade, look at them again, and just say, "I don't think you're going to convince him anytime soon, but if you do, that'd be quite a feat."
Oh no, you've issued a challenge now.
Sin is smiling, and it's not the typical like just nice smile. It's that troublemaker smile.
Oh no.
He is trying to instigate them to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, before this, gets too chaotic, is there any other important update that we need to share before I go find myself a hole to fall into?
Why are you gonna go fall into a hole? Also, I think you need to go back to Aurum Grove if you really want to fall in holes.
Let's not do that.
I don't know. Raphael would probably be pretty happy to drop you in holes all day if you asked.
I wonder if he ever fell into my trap.
Or more specifically, I need to go head to the mines to go to see if one of the prospectors will give me a little bit of a lesson.
You're learning things too?
Seems everybody's learning things today.
Oh.
Figure, we have an opportunity where I'm not going to say it and risk of potentially jeopardizing, but hey, I'm going to use the period for some self-improvement.
I learned how to make puppy snacks, which are also nails.
Those are not
What?
puppy snacks. Nails are very, very far from puppy snacks.
You're a puppy?
Not. I don't think you should just generalize all puppies as able to eat metal, though.
Maybe that's not a
I think
puppy
it's
type thing.
specifically a dart thing, because he's the metal puppy.
Okay, so it's a metal thing, not a puppy thing.
Yeah.
Argus pulls out his notebook and writes, "Puppy types do not eat nails."
Yeah, because if I try to eat this, I might hemorrhage internally.
Well, if you're worried about hemorrhaging, I guess you could always use flamethrower on it until it's like a liquid. Then it wouldn't stab you.
May I roll a navigation check to figure out where east is?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Can Sin assist?
Oh, Dart is doing this just purely in his head. Is about to
Also-
dart on out of the scene.
Yeah. Also, I was going to say earlier, but then things get on. Sin is going to kind of pipe up. Do you mind if I go? I don't know what type they'll be, but maybe I can learn something too. If that's okay. Oh wow.
Four.
All right, with a 4, the sun, the fact that you know generally what time it is, and can even check, yeah, you can figure out where east is.
Yeah, Dart's gonna just start walking on off and just be like, "Well, if there's nothing else important, I'm gonna go to the mines, see if I can get a little bit of a lesson in terms of my ground typing. Vector Sin, keep up the great work. I'm very curious to see where more of this goes, and I will meet you guys up later."
Yep. Alrighty then. Yeah. If there's any other findings, I'll let you all know as soon as I can.
And good luck with daycare, Shade. Dart is going to walk on off towards the east.
There will totally be no retribution.
Absolutely none.
Sid is going to look at Dart, look at Shade, and just kind of gauge Shade's reaction to that comment before kind of turning to look at the market area again.
All right. Shade's reaction is mostly just eye twitching. It is not hidden at all. He is obviously not enjoying that comment. And the market area, yeah, it's just busy as always, pretty much. There's influx of people, moving around the city, but marketplace definitely particularly bustling.
Okay, so it's still pretty busy. Sin is going to kind of just look at the group again and then back at the market and say, I might go see if they have any of the tools I need real quick for the crafting accessories, but I don't know how much I'll be able to carry, actually. Looks to Argus. Would you want to help me find some stuff? I might be able to show you how to make accessories too. Then you can help with crafting.
I
Looks.
could make more things.
Yes.
I want to help. I want to help. I want to help.
Well, okay. Then how about you follow me? And Sin's going to start walking into the market because he wants to find some of the tools. And totally isn't just wanting to use Argus's extra carrying capacity.
What extra carrying capacity? He's over encumbered.
I'm about to be, but that doesn't stop me.
Okay, so totally in a not worrying way, Shade is gonna whisper something to the kids, and they're gonna nod and run off.
Is this like just easily noticeable that
Oh,
he's
yeah.
doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mental
He's
note
gone
made.
to the kids, whispered something, they have nodded and run off.
Mental note. Check. Would there be any check needed to take Argus and find the tools that I would need? Like just the basic tools that were
Nah, not
mentioned?
really. At this point, you kind of already know where like some tool shops are, different locations you've been pointed to, what to find.
Okay. Because
The-
Zin is going to spend some time to find a few of the more basic needed tools.
All right.
Yeah. Partially it is to see what the prices of things are, because I don't know that he'll have enough for all the tools he'll need, but also partially to get what he can.
Yeah, so obviously because, Doris was avoiding other things and was intentionally telling you everything you might need for any given situation ever. Yeah, you definitely can't afford your entire list of things, but you could find like a pretty basic set of things for about 15 gold.
Very good. How much would that weigh? The carrying, like the bulk of it.
So most of that would be in either baggies or cases or things of that nature, just for, organizational purposes, if nothing else. So, probably not very bulky, but in total, probably all of those sets would probably be around like 1.2, 1.3 bulk. So let's go 1.2.
Okay. So I will take 15 gold out of what I have and add 1 point. You said 1.2 or 1.3?
Yeah, let's go 1.2.
Okay. So that leaves me with 2 gold. And
I was mentally deciding whether or not to include the weight of the cases, and then went nah.
Oh wait, bulk's equal to body, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm not encumbered. I have 0.5 now. Yay.
0.5.
I have
Remaining,
0.5 carrying before I'm encumbered.
Ah. I am at now 6.9 out of 3, so I am over encumbered.
You are not over. You are just straight up like over. Like you are. Yeah.
You're flat.
Yeah. So, for that means you are overburdened. You suffer a -4 to all rolls, and you can't evade anything. And your speed is halved. And for every hour you are overburdened, you will suffer a point of exhaustion.
Yeah. Sin is basically making a beeline back to the guild right after getting that to show Argus what he knows, which is basically meaning try and get Argus to help him figure out how to make stuff.
Argus can help carry stuff.
Yeah. Sin would probably go ahead and give you the ores, because that is well, how much can you hold again?
I can hold 0.5 more before I'm encumbered. But
And,
I'm nowhere near as bad as you.
yeah. It would be 1.2 bulk for the ores that I have. So that is 4 ores.
And 11
Yeah.
hammer blows ago.
Huh?
4 ores and 11.
Oh, God.
I saw
Why
that
the
one coming.
Even though it's 7, I wanted to change it slightly.
God. It took.
Look, I didn't want to make it the exact same.
Yeah, I could give you the credit for that. That was pretty clever. Yeah. So
Clever.
going to offload some of that ore onto Argus so that I am not super over the burdened.
Yep. Now you will
Argus
both
said
be
ore.
encumbered instead of one of you being overburdened and one of you not being encumbered at all.
So, Argus, if you will put 4 precious metal ores in your inventory.
Argus will take the precious metal ores.
That is 1.2 bulk that I do not have now. Okay, and I don't know what how long that'll take them to start crafting things, but Sin has the idea of making some bangles, or whatever the simpler accessory for the arms would be. I don't know if bangle is the most simple, but he's wanting to get have Argus help him figure out how to make that.
A bangle?
Yep. Golden bangle, silver bangle.
I'm not sure how I'd help you learn how to make that, because you're the one who went to learn to make that stuff, so you're going to help me learn how to make it.
Yeah, the idea is that you are going to be helping with the process of the making. Sin is going to be the one figuring out how to make it, but you're going to help him actually make it, because 2 heads are better than 1.
Oh.
Yes. I probably said that in a weird way the first time, but still. If my sheet
Well,
would
Argus does have a portable forge.
That he do?
Yeah.
And Argus will pull out the portable forge so we can learn.
Yes, we'll get to the guild first, just so we have a safe, not in the way place to do so. But what would the role be to figure out how to make it?
All right. So for trying to figure out the how, that would probably be academics. Unless I could accept academics, I could. What else would be a good one? Academics, maybe some appraisal to like figure out what your tools are beforehand to make it easier on the academics if you want to do multiple checks on it.
We can do that. Yeah, I'll roll a appraisal and then an academics.
I can help with teamwork on the appraisal and academics on the academics.
This would be a set of rolls, so technically you could help with both. But
Yeah. So I will use mind, logic, and appraisal first for the appraisal.
And I can give you 1 extra dice. Because I
Okay.
only have 1 in each.
Okay. That'll give me 7. I think I want to do the thing.
willpower.
Yeah. Because that's a really garbage roll.
That is.
Well, that's a 1. That's better than... That's not even a 1. That's 0, but still better than the last one.
You could always soul the 1.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. It said no.
It did decide to say no.
That is unfortunate. Guess that means that there is no benefit for the academics.
There is not.
And you were helping with the academics too, Argus?
Yeah.
Also 1 dot?
Yep.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's better than the last roll.
All right. So with a 2, and this was for you trying to figure out just what to even do in general, right?
Yep.
Do you have a craft jewelry smithing specialty already?
I have the craft jewelry specialty, yes.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I'll let those 6s count because this is this is relevant, and considering your backstory, you should probably have an easier time with that. So go ahead, and I'm gonna count that as 4.
Thank you.
All right. So for that, I'd say, yeah, you would definitely realize that one of the easiest things to do would be to make, like, little bangle armlet things, especially the kind that don't come pre-closed and instead are basically like crescent shapes that have like hooks. Those would be even easier to make because then you wouldn't have to make a perfect ring and make it all that. Instead, all it has to do is be vaguely the right size, and then it could hook to itself. And that is even easier to make.
Awesome. And after figuring out how to do it, he is going to lead Argus in trying to craft some. I've got 4 ores, 2 silver, 2 gold, so probably going to use all of them to make bangles.
Yep. So first, you're gonna need to do a craft check to process the ore into like workable material. And then once you do that, then you can make an actual craft check for the items themselves.
Okie dokie.
I'll assist. I have more craft.
Yeah, I have 3 craft, and how many dots will you be?
I have 3 in craft.
Okay.
Yep. So the first check will be without your specialty, because your specialty is for working the finished products. So the first check will be no specialty. Second check will be with specialty.
Okay. And with Argus's help, does that add 3 dots, or?
That would add 3 dice to your pool. Yes.
Okay.
I'm a helper.
I thought one of those ones was a 10 at first, and I was excited. Now I am not.
That is just a 1.
Yep. And I have no more soul to use.
Do you have any willpower?
I think I only have 1 dot of willpower. Yep, 1 dot of willpower. So I have used.
Argus, would you like to donate?
Yeah, I'll donate a soul or a willpower. Willpower is the all reroll, right?
Willpower is the full dice reroll, yes.
Yeah, I can donate. My will drains out of me.
Well, you're literally working on this with Sin, so I mean, it's just more that like when you're working on things with other people, you're allowed to pool your resources.
Oh, I know. Dart had to do that for me so many times on the house.
Yeah, so hey, there you go. Go ahead and re-roll that then, Sin.
Yep, I'm just making sure I have the right amount of dice. Yep. Ooh.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes for making ingots. Or, like, turning it into workable material, which I'll just say is, like, in the form of ingots or whatever, but you know what I mean. And how much ore were you trying to process?
We had 4 pieces, 2 of silver, 2 of gold.
In that case, I'll say, yeah, you can process all those.
Awesome. And then craft check. I'm assuming same amount of dice, but it'll be different because of the specialty for actually making it.
Yeah, so you'll get narrative benefit, and you get 1 more dice from your specialty.
Okay.
Because you're using your specialty in the intended way, you get +1 dice.
Okay.
For every relevant specialty. So if, let's say Argus also had a relevant specialty, he would also give you 1 more dot.
I do not.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if he did.
Okay. Here comes the big roll for Ooh.
There's the 10s you wanted. And on the correct roll, too.
Oh. Oh no. Use my soul.
How much soul do you get?
I have 2 soul. So you could, or I have 2 dots in soul.
Okay, so one soul dice. Sin, you can re-roll a 1.
Very nice.
Hey!
And it turns into a success. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10. I think that's 10 after everything.
Yeah.
All right. So are you trying to do anything fancy with these, or is it just like, make the shape of bangles that can like hook onto themselves, and like you're not trying to do anything too fancy, or?
Currently just trying to make like simple ones.
All right.
So that nothing too fancy. Just trying to get in the swing of being able to make them.
All right. In that case, yeah, these would be pretty simple. Just draw out effectively like a slightly rounded strip of metal. Put some hooks on the end that latch onto each other. And so yeah, I'll say that you can make some. They're going to be noticeably kind of crude, but like you can definitely make some bangles.
Okay. How many in total would you say? 4 or?
I'll say 5 because that's your success level divided by 2.
Okay.
That isn't going to be for everything. I'm just saying in this situation.
Yeah.
Also, it's not exactly 1 ore to 1 bangle.
Yeah, I figured it probably wasn't, but
yeah, you will still have some workable material left. Although, some of that is also just because oh hey, you kind of fucked up on one, and then you kind of put it aside to be remelted later.
Yeah. Okay.
But you at the end of the process, before you have to reprocess material, you can get 5 bangles.
Awesome.
We did a thing! My forge is
did.
coming in handy. It was worth all the money.
Indeed. And thank you for the help. Now, it'll be a lot easier to make them now that I've had more practice. And with your help, I'm sure we can make more things.
I hope so. I want to make all the things. All the things.
We can certainly try. Now, once we get meet back up with the others again, I'll see who all wants one. But I want you to have one because you helped me. And how many of we used silver and gold, but how many would be one material, or do you think mixed them together?
Well, you wouldn't really be alloying them per se.
Yeah, not like mixing, but using together or kind of deal.
Oh, you're just trying to do simple bangles, so I'll say they'll be separate, and because you probably went through silver first because it was cheaper, that probably had more mistakes, so you'd end up with 3 gold and 2 silver.
Okay. Sin is going to hand Argus a gold bangle.
Arcus is going to happily hug his gold bangle. Could I attach my nail to the bangle?
No. At least
Dang
not
it.
without look, it is a thin, rounded strip of
It's
precious
not
metal,
gonna work.
and you're wanting to put an iron nail on it. That ain't gonna...
That ain't gonna fly. As much as I wish it could.
With that, do you want to go to the others until a time for everybody would meet back up?
Yep. So, I know what, who all went off with Dart?
Well, Jet's got nothing else to do because he was told not to really strain himself further, so why not? Provided Dart's okay with it, of course.
I mean, Dart's not going to stop anyone from following him. It's just more of like, yeah, this situation's getting a little bit unproductive, so I'm going to go do something productive.
Oh, actually, Jet, you mentioned that you were going to a gym, right?
Yes.
Do you mind? Do you know where it is by any chance? I might give it a quick check myself.
Sure, I can show you where that's at.
Yeah. If it's is it? And then I assume east. I know you're going east as well. Or obviously it is going. Is it the same direction to the market? Just
Uh,
this is for the DM as well. This is
yeah, I
like
was gonna say,
out of character,
storyteller.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
East.
it's not in the marketplace area. It's more nearer to where like the guild is located.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So,
The marketplace is kind of like really packed with like specifically just a bunch of different merchants and things of that nature. So
mhm.
not too much other miscellaneous stuff besides like food, drink, a couple restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. We, Victor will go for the we'll go to the gym.
Azrath will think about following, and probably follow.
All right. So now Vector and Azrath are going to be going to the gym.
Um, can Jet have given them directions there? Cause
Yeah,
I
was
should be
just
able
gonna
to
say.
find it. Yeah, I should be
I
able
was
to
just
find
gonna say
out.
yeah, because like Jet literally came from the gym to the fountain, so he could just give the directions in reverse, no problem, really.
cool. So then, yeah, he'll just go with Dart.
All right. Werny, what did you want Amos to have been doing? If you are talking, you are muted. All right. I guess he has stepped away or something.
Mhm.
In that case, let's go ahead and see what all is happening over at the mine. So that would be Jet and Dart, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. In that case, you would definitely see that the mines are a little bit of ways. It takes some walking to get to. And annoyingly, it's kind of uphill, which is more annoying for Jet than Dart right now. But once you do get there, it is actually fairly busy because there's material being moved around, being taken out, counted, graded, all of that sort of stuff. You see what are very obviously some merchants like kind of like waiting, is either being delivered shipments or trying to buy up like any spare material or the like. But overall, it looks like this is a fairly bustling operation.
I'm I suppose the next step is to go try to find a prospector, as Dart mentioned to Jet.
Yeah, I mean, not sure what one would look like, really, but yeah, let's head in, I guess.
All right. You guys would be able to enter in pretty easily, like no one even really caring that much at the beginning. Because the entrance to the mine is already like completely excavated. There's support structures built up. It's fairly well lit. And it seems like this is mostly just being used as a material warehouse now than anything. But eventually, there would be a individual that would approach you. And this appears to be... what's the name of this? Sorry, I have proceeded to forget the name. But they are... It's the evolution of Sandile. Like Crocorock or something.
Oh wow, yeah, the middle one. Yeah. Who
Yeah, the middle
remembers
one.
the middle one?
The middle
Who
one.
remembers the middle one?
Well, I mean, I guess I did because it is actually Crocorock.
Oh, because the last one's Crocodile. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's between Sandile and Crocodile. The middle is just called Crocorock.
I PF'd into a crocodile once.
Nice. Well, yeah, there is a Crocorock that is going to come up to you guys. Hey, so you don't really look like you belong around here. What's you looking for some material? What's...
Admittedly looking for a little bit of training. Dart's gonna kind of like say a little bit uneasy with like a little, rubbing one of his paws with the other paw. We came from the guild, and Ron directed me to come here to seek out a prospector that might be able to teach me a little bit more about my, my ground sensibility. I never really got training on it before.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. I mean, obviously, literally, but
As Jet fades away into existence.
Chet fades away. And he's gonna kind of like scratch the side of his head and go, well, I mean, I suppose this would probably be a pretty good place for it, so long as we don't go to any of the more dangerous areas. I mean, it's not that dangerous, but obviously if there's some active mining or whatever nearby, there's always the risk of cave-ins and the like, and you're ground seal, right? You'd probably be fine, but he's gonna point over at Jet and go, I don't know about that guy.
I am mostly just tagging along. I'm been told I'm ghost electric.
He's gonna look between the two rockruffs and just go like, why are two almost opposite variant rockruffs just... you know what? I guess I don't really need to know.
We could have brought our other friend.
What? Do you have another variant rockruff just with you sometimes?
I mean, Vector is a part of our little group, yes.
Okay, what crazy typing does he have going on?
Art's just gonna take a glance at Jet.
I know he can fly.
You have three... There are three of you, and none of you are actually even rock type. I mean, I'll give him a pass, because he's at least ground type and steel, which is generally associated.
We come
But,
in
like-
rock type?
It's in the name, rockruff. A standard rockruff is rock type. Has no one told you this before?
We've been lucky to get much of any information from anyone.
What was it one time the doc mentioned it?
I don't recall her actually mentioning that normally we, come in rock type.
Oh, no, Doc mentioned it outside of Starlight that one time.
She might have.
Yeah, no, Vector is water flying. I'll be on.
Just so you know, all that came through was "I'll be," and then it cut out.
Yeah, Darts is going to then return like, I'll be honest, I've not actually met a normal rockruff. Or a standard rockruff.
I mean, hell, there might be one around here that I could maybe go grab. Maybe? I don't know. Do we actually even have any employed here? Okay, you know what? This is going on a real big aside. You wanted to learn how to do ground sense more, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I can help you out with that. I'm ground type. You're ground type. You want to learn how to do the ground stuff?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. So, and he's gonna walk over and like quickly like discuss something with another nearby worker and just go, hey, look, is section 18 okay today? Is there any active mining going on there? And the other one's gonna go, not that I think so. I think that's yeah. We kind of tapped out of the last vein that we were really going after there. So yeah, no, that should. Why do you care about section 18? Hey, there's just some kids that want training, and I'm just gonna take one of them there. I just didn't want to go to a place that was at risk of active cave-ins, so hey, see you later. And the Croc-Rock's gonna turn around, kind of motion for you guys to follow, and start heading off.
Dart's gonna follow.
Chad will follow as well.
All right. You guys are going to be led through, maybe not narrow, but like obviously much less excavated sections and hallways and things. They're always fairly well lit. It's not like bright inside or anything, but it's definitely always well lit enough to be able to tell where you're going. Generally through some sconces and the like, which have torches in them. And eventually, you guys are led through quite the bit of like winding ways that like split off. There's like little signs that say like different section numbers until eventually you reach section 18, which does look to be fairly well excavated. It's not nearly as well like complete as the top floors, but this seems like it's a pretty decent place. The sounds of any work or mining have pretty much long since faded by now. And the Crockruck is going to go ahead, turn around, point at Dart, and go, all right, you. What do you even know right now? What can you do?
I can shoot a ball of metal out of my mouth.
Okay, I guess I should have been a bit more specific. What can you do with ground, ground typing.
Is it safe to use a move down here?
Oh yeah, it should be fine. Like, okay, actually, wait, hold on. Are you gonna use something like Earthquake all of a sudden?
I'm pretty sure I don't know how to do that. I kind of just slap the ground and a bit of mud goes in the general direction that I aim.
Oh, mudslide. Okay, yeah, no, that one will be fine.
That's the extent of what I know.
Okay, well,
And my apologies, I didn't get your name.
oh, well, that's because I never introduced myself. So
Or did
that
I?
would be. I mean, okay. Do you want to do introductions now, or?
Figured as much if you're gonna be training me a little bit. My name's Dart.
I'm Jet.
All right. Well, I'm David. Y'all got some weird names, but all right. Well, anyway,
Duly noted. Duly noted.
he just has a completely normal ass average name, and he's just like, you know what? Maybe what did I expect from a bunch of variant rockruffs who just showed up?
Dart's just gonna whisper over to Jet, like, I wonder what he's gonna think about Vector.
I'm kind of curious about that too, but I guess we'll see if we ever see.
But Dart is going to re-engage and just be like, "What? Yeah, that honestly is the extent that I know. I can kind of like shoot this pellet out of my mouth as a steel type, and I can kind of slap some mud around as a ground type, and I'll be honest, it kind of make me feel a little bit lost about, what I can kind of contribute to the group."
Okay, well, there are some things that you'll be able to do with your typing. Just kind of, it's more of like an instinctual thing than an actual like move. It's just something that's kind of a part of things. Obviously, I'm a bit more attuned to it because I'm more experienced. But okay, let's go with it this way. You have a ground type and a steel type. That
None?
is going to mean that you're probably, at least in terms of your instincts, what you'd be used to, is probably something to do with either underground or mountains or something of that nature. At least in terms of what would be your, natural habitat. Like, where you'd be most comfortable, where you'd gravitate towards if, we didn't have the whole civilization thing going on. So, you tend to have some very minor and helpful traits to be around those kinds of environments. Specifically for ground typing, there's something called, it has a bunch of different names, like, ground sense, tremor sense, yada, yada, yada. You're kind of able to slightly feel when something impacts the ground, or, if, let's say, a rock fall is happening. Just something that would be dangerous, or your ability to know when other people are around. Because, hey, it gets dark inside caves, and you're not a dark type like me. You gotta figure out what's around somehow. Generally, that'd be like, being able to tell, hey, look, there's something moving over there because I can feel the ground moving. And I can tell that, oh, hey, there's something like 30 feet that direction.
At this point, Dart's just pulled out his notebook.
One of the things that I can do as a dark type is I could see in dark environments a lot better, so I didn't need to learn it that specifically, but I did learn how to do it because, sometimes you got a wall over there and you want to feel what's on the other side of that wall a tiny bit. Sometimes it's just more a safety measure. I kind of had to learn it more for the job and all that because, I'm supposed to go around and find things and try and feel out where there might be some veins of minerals or metals or things that we want in general. But for you, that means for your ground typing, you're going to need to learn how to actually feel things through the ground.
Now, would that just be more like basic movements or tremors, or could you I'm assuming as a prospector you might be able to, I guess, feel out or identify what you're feeling in some regard?
Well, identify is a strong word. I can tell that there's a difference. I could go, oh, hey, it changes a bit in, and then, we dig to it and see, is that what we want? Is that a useful mineral? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But I can certainly tell when, there's when the material makeup changes. Sometimes you're able to feel a little bit, but you kind of have to be close to that. And if you're close to a vein, you probably already found signs of it.
Or I guess another pocket of cave on the other side.
Yeah, things of that nature. Obviously, that's a lot more advanced that you're going to be able to do for a while, though.
Oh, understandably so, but they gotta start somewhere.
And Jet, was it? That was your,
yes.
that was your name? All right, I don't really want to just leave you bored doing nothing because, you kind of had to walk all the way out here, and I just feel bad if this was a complete waste of your time. So you want to help me do something fun?
Sure.
All right, cool. Dart, you there? You wanna go ahead and get to start at least being able to identify the feeling a bit?
Sure.
All right, cool. So do you want me to blind you with a move, or would you prefer a blindfold?
I guess blindfold? Or kind of being a little bit taken back?
Why do they never pick the move? And you can tell that the rockruff is kind of in a he kind of has I'm really messing with you right now, and this is a very funny expression.
I could on that using a check. Maybe a insight check.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and do an insight.
It's a 4.
All right, with that, what expertise did you use?
Logic.
Logic. All right. In that case, this is a very similar expression. At least in terms of, you would qualify it as similar to what Shade looks like when he's about to mess with someone. And you do remember that this Krokorok David did admit that he's a dark type. Ground dark, but he did admit that he is at least dark type. And he's going to take out a strip of cloth and go, all right, can you tie this around your own face, or do I need to help you with that?
I haven't really tried it, unless you feel like the move blinding would be more advantageous.
It makes sure that you can't accidentally cheat.
You know what? Sure. I appreciate your time, so I'll let you have some fun.
All right, and I'm not going to have you roll because you're kind of letting it happen. You are going to get blindness stacked up to blindness 3.
What is he using to stack up the blindness?
He's using a move.
I mean, particularly what kind of move?
Oh, he's using a dark type move.
Okay, I was wondering if Dart would be mentally taking notes of if he got ground blinded.
Yeah. No, he didn't. Mostly because he kind of figured that, like, if he threw a bunch of sand in your eyes, that wouldn't exactly be the most conducive thing to letting you focus. Like, it probably wouldn't be the most uncomfortable thing for you, but, like, it also probably wouldn't help you focus.
Oh yes, I just need to sandblast polish my eyes.
Yeah, And he's gonna, like, smirk and look down at Jet and go, hey, look, so it ain't exactly gonna be the easiest thing for him at the beginning. So I'll let you pick which job you have. You can either throw something to cause an impact on the ground and he has to guess which direction it came from, or you can throw something at him when he's wrong.
Are you gonna do the other thing?
Oh, yeah.
I'll do the throwing at him then.
All right, your choice. And he's gonna like, kind of just like casually reach down and like basically take rocks out of the ground and hand them over to Jet, like, kind of like put them down in front of Jet. And then he's going to start grabbing out his own pile, tossing the rock up and down, and going, all right, Dart, you can't see anything right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to throw these rocks around. And you're going to have to point to what direction you think that rock just came from. Or landed, I guess. Because, it's going to be coming for me, but, figure out what direction. We'll just go with a left or right for now.
Dart's gonna kind of breathe in and try to like focus a bit. He's like, all right.
And Jet, you get to see him do something interesting to the rocks, because they're going to kind of like take on a slightly different sheen when he picks them up. And he's going to throw the first of the rocks to the left. And interestingly, it doesn't make a noise when it impacts. It instead lands and then kind of just sticks to the ground. It doesn't skitter, it doesn't roll. He just kind of throws it and then it stays there. And it doesn't really make much noise at all. And for Dart, please make me any variety of attribute, but instinct and perception.
Since I'll go this one with a I guess mind and body don't count, are the same. So, yeah.
All right.
I guess Dart would naturally try to use his mind first.
That's her.
Be a 2, I'm assuming.
All right. It actually, it feels weird right now. Because you don't quite have a sense of what's around you, even though, like, you're blinded. But you also feel like maybe you could walk around right now without it actually being the hardest or worst thing ever. And then you kind of feel something has changed in your environment somewhere. Like, you can't tell where it came from or any of that, but you are able to tell that something just hit somewhere. And you don't know if it's left or right.
Dart's gonna sigh. He's gonna be like, I'm going to be honest. I felt something change, but I have no clue what direction that was.
And David's gonna kind of motion down to Jet now.
Jet's going to pick up one of the rocks in his mouth and kind of lightly toss it over at Dart.
All right, go ahead and make a ranged attack roll.
Specifically being as gentle as he can. He's still throwing a rock, but you know.
Don't worry, this is literally just for accuracy. It's not going to deal any damage
Yeah.
unless you actually put effort into it.
Oh. That is a
Polarizing.
very...
A dichotomous, if you will.
So 1.
Dart, you effectively don't really have any evasion right now, I don't think, so...
Nope.
That will still hit, and you are lightly bonked by a rock.
I'm assuming that was not one of the ones I was supposed to be sensing.
Nope, that is your quote-unquote punishment for being wrong. The rocking will continue until abilities improve.
I think he might be worse than the snake.
I mean, to be fair, he at least let Jet choose which job, so Jet was able to make sure that the least damage was done to Dart as possible.
Hey, look, you could always charge Stone Dart if you want.
He does not want.
I mean,
You
don't
could.
Charge Stone wouldn't do anything to him.
I was waiting for him to figure that out.
No, Charge Stone is rock type.
Oh, it
Oh,
is? Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was electric.
No, it's rock type, but it can do paralysis.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. You'd be resistant to it.
I'm quarter resistant to it.
Be resistant, it'll be fine. Alright. So the next rock is thrown. Go ahead and make that same perception check.
Up to 4?
Alright, this time it is slightly more localized, although it is very it still feels more like you're just getting a ping that something happened and changed. But you think you felt it coming from your right first.
It's a bit, well, muddled, but I got a stronger sense of it being on the right that time.
Correct. Alright. You know what? I'm not going to test it because you admitted the first time that you had no clue, so I don't think you were randomly guessing there. Which means I can make it slightly harder on you now.
I guess we
mean,
can only go...
you're already making it, so they don't make any sound when they hit. How can you be more challenging?
Oh, very easily. This is like the baby version of it. Like you should see the training we make people go through here.
Dart's gonna ask, like, what move are you using, or is that better left for after all this?
I don't think it's too important for you right now.
Fair. But what's next?
What's next is a game called More or Less, which is you have to guess if more or less, because it won't be the same, because that's another level. If more or less was thrown than the previous time. Because all these rocks are about the same, so let's see if you can figure out if more rocks were thrown or less rocks were thrown. And just to go ahead and give you a good little starting point, and he's going to reach and throw a total of 3 rocks in quick succession. Which kind of has a weird feeling to you, Dart. It's like, you could tell that it started, and then you could tell that it stopped. But like trying to get actual fidelity of the amount is a little bit difficult, considering the by the time you were kind of used to the first one, the second one already hit, and then the third one already hit, and it just kind of muddled things a lot.
Well, this will definitely be a challenge.
Yep, and it ain't like you gotta call out which side is which, and if any of them happen to be on the ceiling, or this is still going to be a nice step down, but still challenging. And he's gonna go ahead and start tossing some rocks. So go ahead and roll that perception check. With the 1. Yeah, you kind of got no clue if it's more or less. This is definitely a yeah. This might be something you're gonna have to work on for a bit.
Yeah. Dart's gonna kind of shake his head and just be like, "Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That example was the example throw was. I felt when it started. I felt when it ended, but I could not tell you how many you tossed in.
Okay. So maybe. Okay, you know what? I think I know what we're gonna. I know what we're gonna. Yeah. Okay. In this case, I'm gonna modify it slightly. You don't gotta tell me which, if you think it's more or less than the previous time. How about we just do a good old, if you think more or less of them hit on the right side or the left side. Let's go ahead and try and get you,
Master
a
that
little bit
first.
more, yeah, a little bit more fidelity there, a little bit more sense for it. And what he's going to do is he's going to throw a couple on your right and a couple on your left, and he wants to see which ones you think had more. So go ahead and roll a perception. And go ahead and take one more dice, because you're kind of there's been an adjustment period, but you're a little bit more used to it now. Okay, back at 4.
4.
So one thing you immediately notice is that they were all thrown at the same time. It wasn't like one had more impacts because it had a longer time of having impacts. It was just they were all thrown at the same time. Which means that you kind of had to try and figure out which one had the, greater disturbance. And for you, you think that one was on your left side this time.
And Dart's gonna kind of just like wiggle his head a bit, just like felt stronger on the left.
All right, that is correct. Through 4 on the left and 2 on the right. So you would definitely be correct on that. Go ahead and make it a little bit, and he's gonna go ahead and throw again, which means another check. Same with the +1. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With a 5, you would definitely think that it's left again.
And Dart's gonna respond, "Yep, no, that definitely felt a bit more on the left."
He'd go, yep, I threw the same amount and the same thing. So yeah, you definitely aren't guessing there. All right. How long do you want to be doing this for, by the way? I don't know, like, what do you have, like, a job or something, or
We're with the guild, so we're between jobs right now. We don't really have too much to do right this moment.
I guess as long as we're back by supper. But if you need to go do something else, I also appreciate the time you've given us.
oh no, like this is totally worth my time. I'm just also not wanting to there tends to be there tends to be some commotion and problem when people go, hey, we last saw these people heading towards the mines and it's been hours and they were supposed to show up somewhere.
Oh no, we were told that, or we did tell our friends that we'd be headed this way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it turns into a problem whenever you miss something that you're supposed to show up to because of it. Because then people think that someone just got lost in the mines, and then search parties are sent out, and I don't want to deal with that.
But I think as long as we're out before supper, it should be fine.
All right, cool.
And out of character, I'm also totally okay. We switch scenes just so some other people can get some stuff, because I feel like this is going to be me doing a lot of roles for the time being.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, this was just more to, like, get the scene, and it's going to be swapping over now because you guys are going to be doing this for a while, and it's just going to be some various things, like, occasionally he'll make a rock bigger than the others, and, like, that'll trip you up because it'll be like, oh hey, I only threw one rock, but it had a bigger disturbance.
Evil, and I like it.
Yeah, just because, hey, I'm asking about the number of rocks, not the amount of mass of rock. So he'll do, like, little tricks like that occasionally, so that way you don't get just going like, hey, that had a bigger disturbance, that was more. Just trying to encourage you to actually get clearer feeling for it.
Nods.
All right. So. I guess it's gym time.
Yeah.
To
I
the
guess
other weirdly
before-
named rockruff.
And
I would say before doing so as well. Yeah, just wanna. Is it It is 1 a.m.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I completely lost track of time. Do you guys want to take a break now then?
Yeah.
Yes,
I will
please.
say we will be needing to end in about 40 minutes.
Oh, are we ending early?
Well, I mean, we're at the earlier time, yes, but I've got something I gotta go take care of, plus rest up for the 24-hour stream tomorrow.
I'm almost wondering if it's not worth it to continue on then.
Kinda why I'm bringing that up.
Yeah.
If we want to just
For the best.
mhm.
All right.
Alright,
So,
see you later.
are we going to be doing break or no then?
Oh, we just lost
Or is he DC'd?
the.
Oh, wait. Do you think he was saying, like, not continue the session if we're going to be? Huh.
I think RZ may have misunderstood.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mind also if Sato wants, or if Dart wants me
No.
going. Yeah.
I want to switch scenes because I want to have everyone else.
Yeah, I was actually just about to swap to the seat that had Ezra in it.
Yeah. Because I think our Zareth, I believe, is going to and I are going to be at the gym.
Yep, that was in fact it. It was about to be Vector and Azrith at the gym.
Hmm.
You gotta do them pull-ups.
Although I think it it might be cheating to give Vector pull-up gym time things, you know?
Yeah, I want to do it with like I think Vector would have really wanted to do it with Azure. So,
Yeah. But I was also
Yeah.
just meaning the exercise of pull-ups would probably not be very fair to give to Vector.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
I think it's
I meant that quite
fine.
literally. It would probably not be the best thing to give to Vector.
It would be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Mhm.
Just not enough time.
Oh, we were talking about giving Vector pull-ups, but no, like we were about to swap to the scene of Vector and Azareth going to gym.
Ow.
What we were asking is if we wanted to do break, if we were going to be ending at 2, or like in about 35 minutes.
Might either way. And our breaks don't end up being 5, they end up being 10, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 5, but then people end up doing things and it takes longer.
And I don't know, 40 minutes is even enough. I don't know.
Might be good to at least get you guys' scene started.
Yeah, we can always pick up with it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
it wouldn't be the first time we ended in the middle of a scene and then picked it up. And it definitely wouldn't be the last.
Definitely not the last.
Yeah, apologies. Let's keep going then.
Yeah, that's all right.
Alright. So Vector and Azareth, both of you would be able to pretty easily find the gym with Jet's instructions because, well, it's pretty easy to follow directions, especially when it's just in reverse of the path that they themselves took. So you'd have a building description. You'd know what the surroundings would look like. So you're able to pretty easily find it.
Is that? Victor's very happy to be like, all right, time to go to a gym.
Yep,
Can you
there
be-
is a empty front desk with some with like effectively a jar full of copper pieces and the occasional larger piece, and some information at the front desk, but there's no one manning it.
Huh. Strange. Turns it turns to I was the year Azure sorry. Azure. Huh. That's weird. Someone should be here. If I just like kind of like try to like lurk up to the desk to see if there's anyone there. Hmm.
Is there anything written by about regulations?
I don't know.
There is a sign-in sheet that has entrance and exit times, of which you're actually able to fairly easily find Jet and Amos's, and a bit of documentation saying 1 hour equals 1 copper.
An hour.
I mean, 1 hour, 1 copper is not bad. We have plenty,
Oh, yeah.
and we make plenty from jobs. So yeah, but I forget. Why'd you come for the gym, anyways?
Oh, well. Texture kind of like looks down for a little bit. It's like, well, I just kind of felt like I guess Spectre's like still kind of like scratching his head. I I just kind of feel that I could improve on a few things. You know, especially me, and I just don't feel like I'm not really strong compared to everyone else. So why not do a little bit of training?
You too?
Yeah.
I'll admit I'm not here for like fighting training. I just kind of wish dance more, and I don't know a good place for it.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Victor pulls out a copper and very confidently, and he places one into the jar.
Azarus looks at his bag. He has no copper, only silver and gold.
You could always just put in a silver and take out 9 copper.
The question is, does he remember that? Wait, he has... Does he remember that?
The exchange rate?
Probably. He probably does. He'll do just that. He'll balance out the gold. I mean, the silver.
All right. You have successfully paid for entry, and make sure to just sign in your names and all that. There are a bunch of patrons that are inside of it, generally working, but they always tend to have one other person around.
They seem to work in at least groups of 2 or more.
Yeah. Oh, Victor's kind of like looking around the jar. Is there like a button that we have to press? Or
I think it might just be a trust walk-in.
Can I look at the sign-in sheet? It's like right in front of the right.
Yeah, there's a sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
It just has names and times.
Well, it has there's a wait, is that Jet?
I mean, Jet did say he came from the gym.
Huh.
Amos is there too.
Yeah. Well, I guess we just gotta sign in. I guess. Victor just like puts a little like starts like grabbing the pen and it's like writing. And then you
All
like
right.
to put in the time. Oh, right, your turn.
As does so too. Although probably not as maybe elegant as Dart. Not Dart, Jet. No. Oh my.
You have successfully gone through every member of the rockruff brigade except the right one.
It's okay. I do the same thing too.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Is it though?
No.
All right. But you are signing your name, right?
Yes.
All right. And both of you have successfully signed in. There are various bits of equipment about, and, well, obviously there's a bunch of patrons. Some of them are taking up equipment. There's free equipment. There's other things like dumbbells. Just general, maybe not as advanced as modern times gym equipment, but, gym equipment.
All this is unfamiliar to Azareth.
Yep.
I have no clue where to start. What about you, Dart? Vector.
Don't worry, next time, at this rate, because you went from 3 to 2, next time you'll get it right first try.
Oh, sorry. What was that? My audio, my Discord cut out. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yes, this happens. Happened to me too. A lot. But I have no clue where to start.
Well, you said you wanted to work on dancing, right?
Yeah, but... I don't know. Everything looks to be about physical prowess.
Oh, what about flex? What about flex? What about the flexibility?
Mayhaps. Mayhaps
Yeah.
I'm thinking wrong too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not about everything. Is all about strength. Sometimes it's all about. Sometimes it's all about flexibility. I mean, it's all about dancing, right? Doing any little twirls and like just doing a little, trying to attempt to do a little twirl, right?
Yeah. Acrobatics enough.
Yeah.
It's an endurance.
Yeah, exactly. Just like dancing and like fighting, kind of similar. And they both look really cool too.
I mean, dancing's the best after all. The two puppies are just staring at each other.
Yeah. But I'm very tippy.
Azareth has officially accepted himself as puppy type.
No,
Yes.
no,
You did say
no,
it.
About
no,
time.
no, stop.
Argus was right all along.
Pet. It's okay.
Crying.
It's okay.
No.
Okay.
Pet the puppy.
Don't worry, none of them heard it.
Argus has a sixth sense for puppy types admitting they're puppy types.
Just like a cutscene, just like Argus just be like, it's like I just felt
I
something.
knew it.
I felt something.
A disturbance in the puppy force.
There's been acceptance in the puppy force. sorry, sorry. But yeah, and like Victor's like, it's like, well, we're still kind of waiting. Maybe we could do a little, maybe we could do a little like little warm up or something like that. You could just do stretches or like a little like Victor's like doing a little tippy tappy dance. Yeah, we're supposed to wait for someone, right?
One more
Hmm.
time? Say that one more time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, we should definitely do some stretches or something like that, right? I mean, I assume that we're still waiting for. I mean, we're still waiting for someone, right? So why not do? Why not be a little productive? And you see Vector is doing a little tippy tappy, like a little tippy tappy dance to like stretch to stretch. Besides, a good workout always starts with a good stretch, right?
Right. And as with the stretch, well, probably realizing that,
Yeah.
they just go on, and there's no one to. Words are failing me. Fuck.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, are you guys going to wait for someone else to come over and talk to you, or like while stretching? But
Oh well, I will do a little stretch and then I'll pretty much walk in, I guess, since if no one's gonna come in, we might as well make ourselves welcome a little bit.
yeah, they're not exactly being cold to you. It's just this is mostly a self-service thing unless you ask people for help.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, I assume there's like a bulletin that's explaining that. Hopefully,
Oh yeah, well it's just like it's more of like, hey, pay 1 copper for the gym and you could use the gym.
oh, okay. Oh. I didn't really. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
for Jen and Amos, they happened to ask a Hariyama for help while he was paying. So you could go up to like some of the other patrons and ask for advice or help or things of that
Oh.
nature if you want.
Yeah, why not? Is there
Uh,
any? Yeah, actually, I guess what I'm particularly looking for is anyone who's probably might be good with dexterity. Actually, this might be something that we can work on.
all right, go ahead and roll an appraisal
Appraisal.
to try and appraise the people around you and determine what would be good for what.
Okay, let's go.
So that's a 3. Azrith, did you want to roll one as well, or?
I'll be honest, I was looking at my sheet and blanked out. All I heard was dexterity and then roll. So I was trying to figure out. Wait, what?
Appraisal.
Appraisal to figure out who around you would be dexterous.
That makes sense for that. Where is my appraisal? Ah. Empathetic, that's fine. I'm gonna roll a soul to roll a soul or
Use a soul to re-roll.
as I said, I'm going to use a second soul to.
Unfortunately, you cannot. If the new result is still a 1, you cannot continue.
Fair enough.
You can use it to roll another dice, though, if you want. It just won't replace the 1.
Nah. That's on me for not knowing. See, that's a what? A 0? Wow.
That'd be a 0, yep. Alright. Vector, you would just kind of go and look around, and you'd see some people and think, well, that at least that looks like it might be someone that's kind of maybe dexterous in nature. For reference, there is in fact a Mindshao and a Medicham working together, and the you know, with how Mindshao looks like, I'll go ahead and post that in the thing just so
Yeah.
that way people could see. Definitely looks like it would be kind of dexterous in nature, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes. It just like go like I kind of like holding like it's like Azareth. I think I found someone. So
Oh,
you
you
like
did?
yeah. I mean, look at them. Like you can like just kind of like see them like doing their thing. Like like I think they might be able to help us.
Nimble looking. Yeah.
And then like there's like kind of like try not to like not to be like intrusive, but he's also just kind of like just be like, excuse me.
All right. It looks like they're sort of working in pairs, and the Medicham was currently the one exercising. But they're gonna go ahead and put down their weights too, and look over at you. And the Mind Shao will ask, "Oh, so how can I believe you're new here? How can we help you?"
Oh, yes. Well, we're kind of new, and well, yeah. I mean, Victor's like kind of like a little embarrassed, but like, well, me and my friend here, Azareth. Oh, by the way, I'm Vector. By the way, we wanted to kind of work on our dexterity, and well, I just wanted to ask if there was any way, or is there any pointers or anything like that you can help with us? I know I don't want to be too intrusive, but I figured, well, if I wanted to reach out to see if you can help us.
Oh, it's not a problem at all. Now, do you mind if I? And he's gonna like motion towards you,
Mhm.
and do you like give assent?
Hmm?
He's kind of like motioning towards you and asking like, do you mind if I?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
It's going to quickly and carefully kind of like reach out and like poke and prod a little bit, and then look over at Azareth.
Jingle jangle. Nods.
All right. You shall be slightly poked and prodded as well, and then go. That is, in fact, a well. That I think that we have a nice base here that you can work on. In what ways are you looking to improve?
Well, I guess for me, I do want to try to move. I do want to try practicing on my defensive because I want to be able to dodge. I want to be able to dodge attacks and try not to get hurt more. I, um, as you can see, I'm not very much the strongest, or tanky, I should say. I mean, I can, I can hit pretty hard, but I don't know, but I also want to work on some of my defense as well, at least be able to dodge, because, no, I don't want to go down again. Like, just kind of like it's a little doubt to himself, but he's still whacking his tail on the back because he's, like, very excited to learn. So, like Victor like kind of pricks up. It's like, so yeah, so if you can help me with something like that, I would be very grateful.
I do believe that I could help with that a little bit. And you?
I just want to be able to dance better. And
Dialogue
Well,
noises.
well,
and
actually, surprisingly, no, because he's gonna go. Well, better is just a qualifier word. In what way do you want to be better?
oh. Uh he's gonna sit for a moment. And will be thinking, You didn't think far past better. All I wanted
Or-
was just jingle jangle dance.
So, do you want to be able to dance for longer? Do you want to be lighter and faster on your feet to move between positions better? Do you want to be able to hold more difficult poses?
I think I want to dance longer.
Well, in that case, you're going to need to work up your endurance.
That would make sense.
Yep. So, you won't need to worry too much about the whole weightlifting aspect, but when doing things like stretches or things of that nature, you might consider having some weights on you in order to put more strain on you and strengthen the muscles that you do when dancing. So you could try dancing with weights on or something.
Forgive me. I'm now thinking of the whole Goku taking off his weights.
Vector's also ready to put this down as well for better endurance.
So is this where we reveal that Asus just takes off his head crest and then just like a giant crater forms in the ground?
Oh my gosh, I remember that. If I don't remember, it's Naruto.
Yes,
Rock Lee
Rock
just
Lee.
pulling out the leg weights.
Look, all I gotta say is Rock Lee versus Gaara is still one of the all-time great fights.
Oh,
It
absolutely,
is
hands down. You have great
the
taste.
all-time great fight.
The dude goes all out.
Yep. And the Maija is then going to go, and when you are doing something like stretches, lunges, things to generally improve your flexibility, consider also doing those with weights.
I'll keep that in mind. I might get some.
And as for evasion, that is a bit more combat-oriented. Although, it's not... I'm trying to think about how to phrase this correctly. It's not always just about being more experienced with fighting. It could also be mindset or also just coming up with your own method of doing it. For example, for me, whenever I come under threat and I'm sparring or something of that nature, I focus on redirecting. And that is how I dodge rather than moving my body too much. I prefer to interfere and redirect the opponent. I don't know if that would work for you, but in what way do you imagine yourself dodging?
I mean, well, I would definitely try to. I guess it's more or less of. I don't know if this makes sense, but probably try flowing away from the attacks, if that makes sense. So instead of like getting, instead of just like anticipating where they're gonna hit, but it's also, I guess, actually trying to put it to Paulman's chin. I guess it might be possible with both, with maybe a bit of both, maybe. It's like, because, well, I'm not really. I'll be honest. I'm kind of weird. Everyone seems to tell me that, and it kind of makes sense. Because with my typing, it's a little bit weird. In fact, it just kind of like starts floating a little bit, just to show that it's kind of weird because I could fly, but like you're gonna like lay it down again. So I'm just kind of thinking like maybe I could try utilizing that as well.
Well, are you able to... What happens, is... Let's say you are mid-movement and you are using your ability to fly for it. What happens if you turn that off?
Oh, like if I just stop flying?
Yeah, what happens if you're 2 feet in the air and you stop flying?
I would just fall.
And what happens if you start flying again before you hit the ground?
Hmm. So I would be flying, but after falling, right?
Well, yes. So, you could also utilize either flying or not flying in order to, change how your movement is going to be in order to get out of the way. You could always jump slightly and then fly away for a tiny bit, and in order to be lighter on your feet when dodging. There's uh,
Hmm.
there's many different ways in which you could utilize said abilities.
Hmm. I never really thought about that, actually. I always thought that flying just meant to be used as flying, but I never really thought I could actually use it also as something like so in such a reactive. What a reactive, proactive. Either way, I never really thought about that. Huh.
Well, dodging by nature is generally considered reactive. There has to be something that you are attempting to dodge from.
Hmm.
Even if you have a more what would normally be described as proactive style like me, where I redirect the opponent, that does nothing for me if the opponent does not try attacking.
I see. See. Hmm. Though, I think what I'm kind of also looking for as well is probably trying to get, a little bit maybe utilize a little bit more with my body as well. Maybe try to. I don't know if I need to do any. I don't know. Just. I don't know if I need to do like twirls or flips or anything like that. But no. But yeah. Just any way for me to kind of like get into the not just the mindset, but also just kind of like the. I guess that's also kind of working on that reaction as well to try not to get hit as well. But yeah, it's sorry. It's just maybe I'm over analyzing it.
Or you could be analyzing it the right amount. Who could truly say until afterwards? But
Mm,
for you, the type of recommendation that I might make, it sounds like no matter what, you still want to be faster on your feet, correct?
yeah.
Try doing exercises like side steps then.
Oh. Mm. Also like tippy. Okay. We're doing like little like side hops. Yeah.
Jingle jingle.
Yeah.
And if you want to get better about, let's say, how fast you can do it, or in, like, more dire circumstances, well, weights are good for many things. Because a method of dodging is very good and all, but it's better if you're able to do it even when, you would be more tired and have less force in it, especially if you're meaning to do it in battle.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
where would we buy these weights?
Well, you don't need to buy them. We have them here at the gym. You're gonna just point over at a wall.
Oh.
Although I guess if you really did want to, you could try and hire a smith to make weights for you, and then you'd need to get some sort of manner of holding them to your body, as after all you are quadrupedal. We do have we do have bags and vests and the like that will accommodate your types of bodies. It'd be rather pointless after all if we only catered to the more bipedal types. And well, I'm fairly certain that so long as you do so carefully, weights will help you with your training. Do not grab a bunch of weight. Start out with just a little bit of weight.
It's just.
Forgive me. I can imagine picture someone in the background who's grabbed like a bunch, not knowing what to do, and just drops them all and walks away sad.
Nah, this tends to be a fairly experienced kind of gym area, but you know. Sometimes they do get new people, although they're not used to getting like this many new people in one day.
Too bad. New record. You're welcome.
That's too bad.
Too bad.
Too
I
bad. You
think-
get a new record whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
I think as would go, to the weights. See about putting them on and start actually tippy tapping, sidestepping.
All right.
But that-
Is Vector going to be doing the same?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're going to be getting some weights and doing some basic exercises that were recommended.
Yeah. Let's do it. Cue up the
Jangle.
cue up the cue up the music. Cue up the workout music.
And the 80s video effect.
Yes, exactly. Dun, 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 dun,
Duh.
dun.
Oh my god, they're dancing together. It's fine.
Well,
You could
I
always
think-
sync up and all
That's
that.
I thought that's what they were doing.
I think this would be a good spot to go ahead and call it for the evening then.
I would agree.
Looks like it's a good thing we're ending early. I didn't realize Colada left.
Oh yeah, no, they messaged that they were going to be leaving because their
Yeah.
eyes were burning.
Also have work.
So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Starlight New Dawn Scar. Oh.
Oh, hold on. Because it just said fan art.
Yep, Whiskers has doodled up some fan art.
Oh no. Is it
So-
of the puppy admitting he's a puppy?
No, we don't talk about that.
What do you mean? I'm talking about it right now.
We don't talk about it.
So,
I will pull out the rock. Sorry.
real quick, we'll bring this up and then wrap up. Whoosh. Oops. I forgot that was set to go. Not that.
I like how you did a mixture of oops and ope.
There. Some Whiskers fan art featuring Amos Duck,
Yes.
Argus, and
Yes.
I'm guessing that's Dart.
That is dart. That is a dart. Dart,
What
dart.
to do
It's a
with
good
your
boy.
duck?
Oh, by the way, because you are here, you weren't responding a bit earlier. Hey, Amos,
Yeah.
would you like to help Shade with shenanigans?
Truly, this is
Yes.
the dankest dungeon.
Rajin tipped $9, 899.
Thank you for the tip, Ryjin. I really appreciate it, guys. Alright, now let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining today, everybody, for Starlight New Dawn Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps the channel alive and keeps all of these streams coming to you all. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as coming by, hanging out, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or slapping stickers on the screen. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Have a cute.
Say the cute.
Bye.
That'd be cute.
And of course, don't forget about the 24-hour stream tomorrow. Starts at 4 p.m. Central, and yeah, goes until Monday at 4 p.m. Central. See you all then for that. for the 8-year anniversary stream. Bye!